Well, I kind of got a little too close for comfort. I'm in Fostoria, Ohio, where the big double dual interchange is. That's the interchange tower, the south tower, and there's a huge double main on each four-way. So there's four ways right on the other side of that tower. You go to like Wheeling that way, you go to Columbus south, you go towards Indianapolis west, you go up towards Toledo this way, and then there's a branch up here that goes off towards Elkhart. Now I'm on my way down to the north four-way. There's a secondary four-way up here. I'll include in the description of this video a link that'll take you to the map and show you this interchange. I'll put it in the description. I'll find a link so you can kind of see where I'm at. I hear something now, but there's a lot of foamers here too. That guy in that silver car right there, I heard his railroad radio on through his window. He's all staring at me like he wished he could get over here and get a shot. There's BNSF grain. Wait till you hear him hit that four-way. Well, you don't really hear it over here. It's broad daylight. I'm afraid I'm gonna get busted right over here, but at least I can get a little closer than foamers get. But I'm gonna go up secondary four-way and make a second part. And here's the north four-way interchange. Well, imagine how much all that weighs together. You can look on YouTube and see videos of them replacing a whole one of these in like 8 hours. The NS and CSX. I was going to do a shout out to Jawtooth. I know he's in Ohio, but I can't keep up with him. Want to do a shout out to Eric. He got me some gloves. Going up to my gear, the only little shade tree on earth. Yeah, got some good camo gloves. It's been chilly. And do a shout out to Brandon Oswald. Ozzy, thanks for that idea about the dog leash and the strap to lengthen my bucket strap. It was a little too wide, so I just cut a hole in it. That ain't gonna tear through. Clipped it on. Now when I get in a box car, I just lift up the bucket after using it for a step ladder. Got some more food. I'm ready to roll again. Yeah, that in the first of the video, that four-way's down this way. Yeah, you can go like 5 directions out of this Fostoria. Go to Columbus, like down into West Virginia, a lot of the coal trains. Go back to Cleveland and Buffalo, you go to Toledo, you can go to Bellevue Yard, Indianapolis Avon, you can head to Elkhart, all in here. You just got to know what side of the four-way to get on. Each one has an overhead signal pole. Yeah, like right here, that's your westbound. The light faces the other way. You have to be on the other side, so trains will stop beyond that. And every junction, every line before the four-way has a set of them signal poles. That's the way they can hold up a train while another one crosses the four-way. made a place to kind of chill until dark. Still in Fostoria. Oh, and by the way, thanks Matt for the Taco Bell. Yeah, I'm down on CSX. Some old gondolas set here, and I just dadgum missed a train. I'm going around here to show you. See, I'm right at a overhead signal, a 3-rail signal, but that third siding, it's a dual main, but there's an extra siding on the side. That's that junk train was in it. There's a westbound main, eastbound main, and then that third siding. There was a train in there. No telling how long it was parked in there. But he had a bunch of rides on it. This is the track he was in. And as you can tell, it does not see that. It'll probably be another damn week before anything pulls in there. He was going real slow out onto the main too. So his locomotives would have been down there about where that second shadow is. They can't pull up right underneath it. But this way is back towards Willard and Cleveland. This way is towards Indianapolis and Chicago. I just missed a maintenance away train. Biggest one I think I've ever seen. It had a bunch of flatbeds on it and had the backhoes, the electrical ditch witch type machinery, had the bush hogger on it, all on flatbeds. Then it had the work maintenance shed crew boxcar in the back. But it's kind of peaceful and out of sight back here. I guess I'll have to wait until, well, I was wondering what was in these gondolas, but let's see, where's that hole at in the, there it focused. They're empty. I was wondering, I was going to hold my camera over the top. It'll be a lot easier to tell when dark comes. Just about 5 now. I'll move a lot further down. Norfolk Southern line is just right over here. So I got a pretty good chance of getting out of here. I just really can't bust a move in a small town like Fostoria with a giant backpack, a bucket. I look like I'm coming off the Silk Road out of China or something with all the gear I'm carrying. So I definitely turn heads. And I feel a lot better now that I ate something good, thanks to Matt. We finally met. Matt, actually before I left, has sent me a fishing pole that retracts and extends like an antenna. But I had to get on the road, so that'll be waiting for me when I get home. See, I stand a pretty good chance of getting on here. See the ethanol? Well, that might not be ethanol. Yeah, I think it's ethanol. He's on that south curve at the diamond. I have no idea why he has stopped though. See how he's drifting back? He's fixing to yank the crap out of it. Now you can tell a good driver, engineer, and a bad one by how much slack. See, that wasn't that bad, but it ain't nothing but tank cars. He's probably 50 cars around the corner. That's towards the back. That's pointing east. I don't know how you're gonna see in this sun. Maybe another train coming. It's pointing west. Ah, if this were to just be junk. Now, the only way to ride a tank car, I've ridden at night once. You crawl up on top of there. It's called riding a crow's nest. We call it a crow's nest. I've only done it one time when I was really had a bunch of beer that night. And I was like 22, 23 years old. Rode from Klamath Falls all the way down to Roseville, California. But yeah, he's stopped here east of the Fostoria Diamond. Yeah, this here, still in Fostoria. Looking for my best chance of getting out of here. This right here is the Norfolk Southern Blair yard. Really isn't much in it, but there's a chance he could, less priority train here. CSX has a lot more stuff than Norfolk Southern through, and it's just a better chance. Overall odds of me getting out of here is down there, but as you can tell, there's nowhere to walk on the left, and there's a bunch of houses there on the right. I just don't want somebody calling in on me, so I imagine when I looked down the yard with my binoculars that kind of drew some suspicion. But this little bitty town, I don't know what kind of industry that is, but it smells good. It smells like bread. But that's the Blair yard down there, and this looking west, that's where your big interchange is. Circle K is down this way about a half mile. Kind of give you an idea. See, now I'm in the Norfolk Southern Blair yard I was mentioned in the last little clip. Well, I tell you, these are some of the best energy givers ever. Look, I should have stayed where I was, where that gondola was. Because if you look underneath here, can't see it. Contrast is way across here. Not that rail there, but where that tree line is, that's CSX, and they got train that just pulled over there and stopped. After I'd walked my ass all the way over here, and I looked at all the cars, cuts of cars, they hadn't even been worked. See the hoses apart? They're all like this. This row, that row, row next to it. So none of this is going out tonight. Now there are some refineries around here. Carbon black they use in making rubber tires. There's a Cooper tire plant that these go to. And they have like a couple of pickups, drop-offs a week. And they're all been emptied, so they need to go back to where you get carbon black or make it. So now I'm gonna have to find a camel renter and rent me a camel to get back over there. Man, that was a tiring walk. I think that bucket weighs as much as my pack, but I probably got 28, 30 pounds in the bucket. 7.5 and a gallon of water. I got my emergency water in there too. Maybe 45 in my pack. Now up there I do see one ride grainer up there, tip of my finger, but I'm not gonna wake up here tomorrow and still be sitting. I'm gonna walk back over to the CSX. Yeah, I moved out from behind the cars in that last clip where I showed the hoses separated. I see a train way down there. That's to the northeast. But I believe it's working that auto rack. There's a car carrier facility down there about 2 miles. where they unload vehicles off them car carriers. But not really sure what kind of grain mill this is, but it smells good. It must be where they make, I don't know, flour or something. But I found me a nice little place to roll out just in time. Good thing is there's more traffic going west, so this fence that cuts like that kind of hides me from traffic going that way. But traffic going this way, see what I mean? They can look right down this old spur. It's non-functional anymore. But I'll just hack my way with my machete, get some of them weeds out, and not cut these, because that's, I gotta have that to hide me. But right in here, just cut all that out. All I need is a 6 foot by 2 foot place. And these trucks over here, I doubt they got any kind of security, because they're all probably empty. You got weeds growing up in between the trucks, so the trucks ain't moved. Or I mean the trailers. They actually put rebar down in there to keep people from going underneath. God, I could fit into that. But anyway, yeah, that'll make a nice little area to roll out. It's getting dark, so, but hopefully, see what I'm hoping for, I'm down far enough. I don't know if you can see the overhead signal. This is pointing west towards that diamond, that four-way. And I can't see the overhead signal, but it's, yeah, there it is, right in the middle. But what I'm hoping, a train comes in and gets tied up and can't cross, because CSX is occupying right away at the time, so he'll pull up here and stop on one of these first 3 lines. The first 2 is usually where they stop, but if they really get stuffed up, they'll use that 3rd line, and then that's it. But yeah, this yard, there really isn't a yard office. There's a couple of utility buildings here in this yard. The Blair, there's where I was earlier, remember that? But you might think, well, CSX runs a lot more freight than Norfolk Southern through Fostoria, so let's go wait over at the CSX track. Well, no, because they got priorities since they run more. What you want to do is reverse that and reverse. Since there's more CSX, that means Norfolk Southern's going to get tied up more. So that raises your chance of, well, I'm talking hobo language as far as catching the train. And I'm back far enough, plus it's getting dark. The head end will probably be about 20-30 cars up. And plus, you can't see around that corner like I was saying earlier. But anyway, if I'm still here in the morning, I'll show you where I slept.